What's going on, my people? How are you guys doing? Boom. Yes, CEOs. Man, for a moment, I thought I lost my mind, but I had to go within. And I had to say, you know what? I need to be talking to my people at a time like this. And the title of this one is going to be very simple. Those of us that are CEOs, we're creators, we're entrepreneurs, we're high level operators. I need you guys to keep your focus in this chaotic world that we living in right now. I don't know how else to say it, but you know my foundation. I stand on honor, I stand on love, and I stand on respect. And it seems like the powers be want us to be off our square. So those are my pillars, my foundation, how I operate. I was sitting here and I was just like, man, I got to get this done. Me and my wife, we gonna sit down, we gonna show each other some love. She about to wrap it up if she hasn't already done it with her work for the day. Whew, I must say, stuff that's going on in the office is one of them. How was that say? Just one of them days, and I just hope everybody knows how to. Uh, what's that saying? Understand your assignment. Please do understand your assignment. If you don't step out in this world and get caught up in all that chaos that's going on. You already know your man Chauncey, CEO 369 Consulting. I am here to give nothing but love and support and hoping that everybody had a good day. Outside of the weather being a little bit crazy here in Georgia, we gonna do what we come to do. And that and that's specifically to talk about, you know, acknowledging the current chaos. If you see it, if you don't, I'm not trying to say where you need to be at. Be in what I call your tight bubble of total focus. Because, you know, uh, like a lot of you guys saw the tree branch that broke off and hit my fence. That's kind of like I think where they're trying to get people at, to the point of that breaking point, and it is absolutely unnecessary. When you talk about the world in chaos, when you talk about economic uncertainty, the various distractions, federal employees losing their jobs, people can't go get a dozen eggs because they damn near $20 now for a dozen eggs. In the meantime, they firing all the men and women that's supposed to be dealing with the bird flu. I'm not trying to bring that into my party, but I'm just here to let you go. The negativity. I I'm not even trying to figure out if it's going to continue to ramp up or if it's going to die down. But know what it is that you are. I want to emphasize you as leaders. You must remain focused for your household. Me and my wife together, we're focused as leaders for this household, the Anderson household, and that's just the only way I know how to play it. I wish I could say it for everybody else's, but I wish and believe, if nothing else, if you're a praying person, if you're a meditating person, if you're a person that puts out positive energy into the universe, go to your square, go to your closet, do whatever you got to do, because quite naturally they want you to feel that you got to go this way or that way. I prefer what I've learned from my mentor, Robin Sharma, as I listen to him, of course, today, and I will continue to listen to him throughout the rest of this year. People turn to the good book, the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, whatever your flavor is. You know, get into your space and don't let nobody get you off of your square, because when I speak about outside of Zuri, my Rottweiler, she'll get me off my square real quick. I wish I could pan down so you guys can see her, boy. You probably heard her burp, but she just lays at my feet and don't want me to move. And when I do, basically what it means when I say your tight bubble of total focus, control what enters your mental space, your heart set, your health set, and your soul set. Filter out the distractions, and stay disciplined. sometimes that's is just as easy as that. A reason why I say that is because when you think about elite athletes, those men that are and women that are in the military, as well as the men and women that are CEOs of major corporations. Well, we got one that's kind of like one flew over the cuckoo's nest right now, but I'm talking about those men and women who have an unwavering focus. And that's where I want you guys to put yourselves. Get your focus in order. Some of the practical steps that you can think about: eliminating the noise, reduce unnecessary social media scrolling and news consumption. I think in the 5 a.m. club, in a book, uh, the billionaire and the spellbinder talk about like just getting rid of your TVs, sell your TVs and just read a good book. Some other things is, as I told you guys, once I read the 5 a.m. club, as well as many others, don't get me wrong, there is a way that you go about structuring your day. Atomic Habits is another good one. I choose the 5 a.m. club because it's such a profound book. It you know, uh, works with my spirit, with my soul, with my physical man. I love getting up at 5 a.m. and doing that 20-20-20 formula. I don't care if I do 20 push ups and 20 sit ups, 20 squats, barbells, 20 pounders. I have to get downstairs and just work, move, and then I go into that period of reflection where I meditate. I think about how I wish for my day to go. And I get in tune again with my star player. And then that's even before I take a shower. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm banging out and the growth aspect of it, whether I read a book or set up my charts for day trading, I just want to know that I know in the direction that I'm going to go. And then throughout your day, protect your energy. You know, Surround yourself with people who elevate and not those that drain you. Me and my wife, we always give each other a hug and a kiss before we go out and do our thing for the day. And I also tell my wife, I'll see you at the appointed time because I once I leave to go to work, I have to make it to that destination. And upon finishing my day at work, I have to make it back home. So when I walk through that door, I am happy to be back at home. It is always important. And that's why I feel like I want to engage with you guys because I don't want nobody to feel. That's what I love about what Nemo 504 says. We are phenomenal. He's Mr. Phenomenal. There are so many others, whether it's Empowering Living, who does great. Nydia, yeah, who I just sometimes put on her inspirational music and she just makes it go. I sometimes I want to get away from the world. I go out and hang out. I was they call it Meg the Explorer, but explore with Meg. She takes you on some of these most fascinating sights and seeing Miss Celestial. You already know Selena the Celestial. She be banging, and I'm gonna be hopping over to another live. I probably be a few minutes late, but the young lady, LaShawn Success, she tapped in. She's friends with Miss DIY, Miss Do It Yourself. This is what I'm talking about. My time with Tony, or, you might say fishy things. If you ain't checking out him catching them fish as of late, those are the type of things when I'm talking about when you know your community, you know your community. CEO of Cash, RN2 CEO. I'm just banging off the top of my head, but I just truly appreciate those men and women. Akuza, I wish I'm gonna figure out her name, but she's over in Italy. She be making these scrumptious dishes, and I wish I can taste them, but oh well. One of these days, who knows? She might send me some from Italy, put it in dry ice, and ship it my way. That's just the overall thing. Explain, the reason why you want to encourage and be led people who look to you for clarity. And sometimes with all that's going on in this world, we can kind of get funked out and we can get heavy, and you be like, oh man, I don't even know if I want to do me a video. I be dog biscuits. As the old saying go, I'll be damned. I remember my elders used to sit around the table when things was funky. They may have a drink or do whatever, but they talk it out and they figure out the way that they're gonna make it through some hard, tough times. I remember my grandpa, he was straight up hustler. And he used to, come in, and tell you as a kid, oh, living in St. Louis, Missouri, boy, some of the stuff we used to have to eat on, whether it was liver, black eyed peas, just stuff I hated. My grandpa come in there and get his cornbread and buttermilk, and he put all that crap together. And he used to challenge us, and he used to, we four boys, we would sit around the table, like sectioning your food. I was like, I don't want to eat this crap. And he challenged us that if we could beat him, he would take us to the it would be like towards the weekend, to the Gateway Arch, to the arch down in St. Louis. And we loved it because then we got to sit on top of his car and listen to him and his boys croon. Some of y'all don't know what that crooning mean, but that was their hustle. They put their little hat out or a little box out and make some coin. Then they make a little money. They tell us to go get us, something. Back in the day, a quarter take you a while, take you take you a long way. Quarter nowadays probably won't even get you in the door. But we could just sit there and be with our grandfather, and they knew what it meant. I remember having one of my second and third cousins tell me, you got a good job, but he told me I didn't have any hustle. That was insane. I was like, what the hell does hustle mean? The ability to make your way in this world when it seems like there is no way. And this is what a lot of us are caught up in. We have to be here on YouTube, not just to get the subscribers and hit the hours and do all the things. We have to know the true reason why we're here. We're here to help each other. We're here to engage one another. That's what makes YouTube such a powerful tool. I sometimes want to go live. I'm working my lives in, I think just the crashing of the tree helped me to get my live out because I wanted to show this happened by Mother Nature, not by me. So just, overall, those of us that have a platform, be present, when it comes down to doing what you said that you're going to do. We are only in the month of February, folks. Just realize that. I love getting comments, on my YouTube page. I don't care if it's good, bad, or ugly, positive, or negative. If you say something to me, I'm going to definitely like it, and then I'm going to give you a response back because I believe that this is how we are moving in this next phase of our life. Technology is just all around us. It ain't nothing that you can't do, whether it's on your laptop, on one phone, or whether on another phone. We are talking to each other along that line. And then just true authenticity. Being you, being who you are as a person and let your the real deal Holyfield come out. I remember back in the day, True Black Man, he was known as the real McCoy. And they oftentimes used to ask him, that's where that overall term came from. Is this the real McCoy? Because he was so good at what he did, that authenticity that came out in what he did, his work, you name it. Look it up. It's on Google. Ain't nothing new, under the sun. And then consistency is key. When it comes to what it is we do, you got to be willing to show up regularly. You got to talk from your heart what's going on with you up here. Clear your mind, free yourself. I wish this thing could follow me. I get down and do some push-ups right now because I just really have that type of energy, and I don't allow myself to become lackadaisical or like, oh, I did one, I'll wait until the end of the week. No, I gotta be engaged, man, because consistency is king. And if you begin to do that, you will find it all that much more easier. You will come in with a true focus in your tight bubble of total focus and understand the reason why you set the mark to get yourself on YouTube, to do the thing that you do, whether it was Dante London that encouraged you, whether it was DoorDash that encouraged you, or whether you looked yourself in the eye and say, I got something to contribute and I'm going to do all that it takes. I already told you 5 million videos. Either going to be 6 foot under, I'm giving you 5 million because I have a passion that people really truly believe that what's good on this planet, what's right on this planet, it's not a blue, it's not a red, it's not a right, it's not a left, it's humans. We need to be in this area that we engage one another with some common sense, with that aspect of honor, love, and respect, and be about our business on a daily. Because when your time is up, what are people going to say about you? What it is that you did, how you came. Did you come correct? Or was you faking, as all get out? And that's just overall thing. Those disciplines for you to stay the course. It is of the utmost importance. Uh, I just want to talk about why most people end up failing is because they get distracted, they get discouraged, sometimes they get overwhelmed. They want things done in perfection status instead of just getting it done. You know, and that's why I like to reinforce as CEOs, creators, entrepreneurs, and high level operators, just your mindset. It has to be steadfast. You have to have that loyalty of your purpose. You had a purpose when you got on YouTube and, couldn't nothing stop you. Whether it was a few years back or like me in the month of November 2024 when I got on. Having the ability to filter out distractions, those are some key things that I wholeheartedly believe in because they come as such a like a fire hydrant, turning on a fire hydrant. It's like just it's coming, and you have to know how to bring that down. you know some of the practical exercises, and I already told you, going to work, I do the Navy SEALs breathing technique. I also like daily affirmations, also just intense visualization, you know, though, helping me to remind myself why I started, why I do what I do. I mean, I'm just unfiltered that way. I'm not trying to come at you all, whoo, pristine. You already see this black goddess that sits behind me. This is my space. This big old light that's right up above this portrait is for my plants, or my wife's plants, because she just believed they need like the sun beaming on them throughout the day. And also, with the 5 a.m. club, that's how I start my day out. You got to master your morning. You might not be 5 a.m. You might, like my wife say, 9 a.m. Owning that first hour when you wake up and having clarity and being able to execute. It's always about application too. It's, you got to apply what it is that you're thinking about, talking about, doing about, and then be encouraged about those micro wins. They really matter. Small wins. The fact that I got on this YouTube tonight, boy, some of the stuff after my day at work I was like, man, I want to Netflix and chill, but I'm going to spend some time with my wife this evening because she just walked down the staircase. I don't know if she want to be on the camera because I don't worry about, if mine is all perfected. I just worry about, oh, y'all heard. I have to get Zuri to be my guard dog when my wife says that. Excuse me. She act like I'm scared of her, but I'm just being for real. We have a call to action, and that's why I got on this evening, because with everything that I just spoke about and everything that's going on, I want to pull it back in. Yeah, the world might be chaotic right now, but it doesn't mean you have to be chaotic with it. You know, being on your square, being focused about what you're trying to do, ensuring that your mind's right, your heart's right, and that you taking care of your health, and just your spirit man, your spirit woman. You as a spiritual human being. You know, allow yourself to feel that, and just know that I truly feel and believe it's gonna be all right. I mean, hey, I already told you, 20 plus years, soon to be in 2027 it'll be 30. I just got to be ready to move on to that next one. I'm ready to pivot and do my thing. You know, with our business, Rooted Vines. and just making that happen, and encouraging you in whatever facet that you're in to do your thing and stay strong as a person. you know, engage one another. Those of us, I go out to your spot, you come out to mine. We chop it up, we give each other encouragement, we send love in the comments. We build our presence. And sometimes that'll push out all of that negativity, all of that distraction that does try to come your way, because we are those leaders that really a lot of people need. They need to know that, there's some common sense folks out here that are about, getting up, doing hard days work, encouraging one another, saying, proper mannerism, please and thank you, not losing your cool because somebody might say something to you differently. But that's how we have to see things. And this is one of the thoughts. We deserve greatness. That's what I truly believe. But it starts with discipline, focus, and consistency. And that's what, again, YouTube has provided us both a tool and a platform for us to share that type of message. And I want to encourage you guys from the bottom of my heart that if you do that, and in a manner that you do it on a consistent basis, you won't allow things that easily distract you. It's just, it's hard for me to say it any other way, because I truly believe that we put ourselves in situations and then we wonder, like, how did I get there? When in fact we know the full deal. I could, be, soaking in mine. I can be, saying, it ain't doing right with what I thought about YouTube. But I believe that we all have it within us, and we have to always be willing to turn it on, to churn, to burn, to put, to get your grind in. And you might have to pep yourself up. Sometimes you can't get nobody else to do it for you. You have to be the one that's willing to do it. So in all things, you already know what I say. If you honor yourself, guess what? You're going to be able to honor others. If you love yourself, you will love others. And if you respect yourself, you will find ways to respect others. And as my mentor, Robin Sharma, would say, if you own your morning, guess what? You're going to elevate your life. I appreciate the opportunity for YouTube to allow me to say what I needed to say, because I hope that it taps into just the algorithms and shoot it out. Because, like I say again, all this news, this noise, the status, all this distraction and all the chaos, you know, people need to know that they are loved. People need to know that they're honored. People need to know that they're respected. And if you hear nothing from nobody else but CEO 369, guess what? That's what I'm gonna let you know right off the bat. Now we can chop up about some things, but I ain't got a whole lot of time. My motto is, if you give me a minute, I'll give you an hour. But after that, we have to say, just meeting of the minds. These are the things that we have, and I'm always trying to have like-minded people around me anyway. Because I can do all. What's that old saying? I can do bad all by myself. I don't need no help with that one. So I love you guys. Peace, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, take care.